Hello and welcome everybody to video coverage of YETICON 2.0 Atlantic Rules Old School Magic the Gathering, held November 18th, 2023 in Lakewood, Colorado. My name is Corey and I'll be bringing you the action here from our featured table, 5 rounds plus a top 4. So we've got 7 videos in all in this series for YETICON 2.0. Very excited to bring you all the action here from the back of Green Mountain Beer Company in Lakewood, Colorado. For round 1, we have on the left side Justin Iskra, who is our champion at YETICON 1.0 back in 2022, and on the right is Peter Simpson. These are 2 great players of this game. We're going to have an exciting round 1 match, and let's jump on over to game number 1. And for game number 1, we have Justin taking a look at the opening hand. That is last year's Yeti card. Looks like they're exchanging some signatures of the 2002 YETICON card. Happy to see that happening. Players taking a look, and Justin's going to go first here. A Volcanic Island to Black Vice, pass the turn. On the play, always a great play right there. Quickly, Peter down to 17, takes his first draw. These are our new YETICON mats, by the way. Margaret Organ-Keene, the featured artist at the event there, signing mats and cards all day long. Over on Justin's side again, we have a quick Mana Vault and a Taiga. What's the follow-up play going to be? And it looks like he's just passing back over. So Peter going to take a little bit more damage after his turn 1 Mishra's Factory drop. Going to take a look at another card, and yeah, that's hard. And after the draw step, look at that. Storm Seeker, 1 damage for each card in your hand, 4 mana instant. That is the follow-up with that Mana Vault, and very quickly taking a huge amount of damage is Peter. He's going to take 8 damage from that one, I believe, down to 6 already. Down to 6 after a couple of Black Vice hits and a quick Storm Seeker, and he's going to play a Tropical Island, and he's going to try a Time Walk. It's a tough time for a Time Walk there where you're just looking for another draw, especially when you're on Vice damage. So he's going to take damage in his Time Walk turn as well. He's down to 4, or down to 2, and he's going to draw again. He will play his own Taiga, tap the Factory. He's trying to dump cards out of the hand here just to get off of that Vice damage. There's a Soul Ring, and let's see if he can follow it up to shrink the hand size even a little bit more. We haven't seen as much of the strategy. Just inside so far, we've just seen the Storm Seeker Black Vice. We're going to regrow the Time Walk, it looks like. Tap and play the Time Walk. And so Peter's still digging to look for an answer to this one. He has another Mishra's Factory. That one just came down, so Summoning Sickness. Justin is open for an attack. He could consider a counterattack here to try to take him down from his 20. That explosive start with the turn 1 Black Vice and then the Storm Seeker is going to be difficult to overcome, but Peter's looking for an answer. And he'll play a Chain Lightning just while Justin's tapped out. That's a safe time to play it, and he is going to attack for 3. So he's going to do 6 points of damage there in that turn. He does pass the turn. Peter is on 2 life right now, and let's see if we have a quick burn spell. And there it is, a Chain Lightning to quickly finish up game 1. So Justin's going to go up 1-0 here in this first one, thanks to the very quick Black Vice and then the Storm Seeker draw. So both players going to take a look at their sideboards and shuffle up, and we will see you over in game number 2. Game number 2, Justin on the left, Peter on the right. Justin with a quick 1-0 lead with the Black Vice and 8-card Storm Seeker play. Very cool. Justin's taking a look at his cards. Peter's going to be on the play in this one. Justin's going to mulligan down to 6, put 1 on the bottom, and away we go here with game number 2. Peter has a Taiga, Mox Ruby, and we have double Curd Ape right there. Cool altar on that one. So Taiga, Ruby, Curd Ape. Talk about pressure on the board. Chain Lightning will take care of 1 Curd Ape while he's tapped out of the double red. Chain Lightning, if you don't know, you can deal 3 damage to a target, and then if that resolves, then the controller of the target or the player can copy the Chain Lightning for red. Meanwhile, he's going to come in with a 2-3 Curd Ape thanks to the Taiga, and then follow up with an Argothian Pixies. Very fast action here. 2 very aggressive strategies coming across the board at each other. Another cool altar there, Peter, with the Pixies. And thank you, Justin, for Chain Lightning on the less altered Curd Ape, as we can see from our camera here. So Justin taking a look, and he is going to pass the turn. So we do have a Factory and a Volcanic up. That can slow down at least an 8 maybe. The Pixies can go right through that Factory, though, of course. They can't be blocked by artifact creatures, and their damage is reduced to 0 from artifact sources. So right now, Peter is going to come with both And we have a lightning bolt on the pixies. And the ape is going to get through for 2. So down to 16 and another ape. Woof, down to 16 is Justin, and here's a time walk. So now we really have the shields down on Justin's side because he's tapped, his colored mana is tapped out, his factory's up, but he can't activate it without a mana there, so he's going to come in for 4 is Peter. Now he's going to pass the turn back to Justin. That was a good time walk, always good to have that extra damage when you need that. Instead of digging for an answer at the end of the game, in Game 1, that time walk was used for aggressive positioning on Peter's side. Justin takes a look and says, go ahead. And Peter's thinking about what to attack with, and it looks like he does activate a factory. Peter does let the ape go to one factory because he's got another one to back it up with. Look at those apes on Peter's side. So he let one go, get gobbled up by the factory to push through a couple of damage because he had one to back it up. Of course, Peter has a factory on his side that he could use defensively or aggressively as the life total of Justin starts to dwindle here in the late game. The City of Brass not going to do him any favors in that department, of course. Peter's going to draw and take a look. He's got 2 cards in hand. Looks like, I'm not sure how many Justin has in hand at the moment. Justin's taking a look maybe at the sideboard for maybe thinking about game number 3 already. We are going to activate, block, tap to pump to 3/3. So another ape is going to get gobbled up, but Justin's going to go down to 8. So he's getting closer and closer to burn range here to finish the job. Justin has plenty of mana on his side. Another volcanic island coming down. Over on Peter's side, he's going to take a look at a 3rd card in hand and decide how to do his attack. Here's another factory. That factory, even though it's summoning sick, it can pump his existing factory to a 3/3 attacker. He does activate that factory. It looks like that's what he's considering. So we have a 2/3 Curd Ape and a 2/2 factory coming through, pending pump. It looks like we're blocking the Curd Ape, and there is a Psionic Blast for the factory. So that's more damage than he could handle with the pump. So the Curd Ape gets gobbled up by a factory, and the factory survives. The other factory gets Psi Blast, and there's no reason to pump it there because couldn't survive 4 points of damage. But Justin does take 2 damage to the Psi Blast. He'll play down a Black Vice, but Peter is well below Black Vice range. He has just 2 or 3 cards in hand as he's drawing. So not going to take any damage unless somebody gets a draw 7 in hand. Looks like Peter is in a better position here. He's got a full 20. Justin down to 5. Haven't seen as many burn spells from Peter's side. We've seen a couple from Justin's side. The Chain Lightning, the Lightning Bolt, and a Psi Blast. Here comes a Serendib Efreet. Cool original art. Blue border Serendib Efreet on Peter's side. What's the follow-up from Justin? He's got another factory, but that's not going to help. Peter will take 1 damage in his upkeep from the Serendib, none from the Black Vice. He'll draw a card, attack for 3 in the sky. Here comes another Psi Blast, and I think Peter would probably take that. That's an okay trade because that's going to do 2 damage to Justin, and he does have the Chain Lightning follow-up. So Game 1 and Game 2 both end on a successfully resolved Chain Lightning. Very cool to see here in Round 1 of YETICON 2.0. Chain Lightning's finishing the job for Game 1 and 2. We're going to head to the decisive rubber game, Game number 3, coming right up. And here we go to the deciding game number 3 here in round 1 from YETICON. Peter taking a look at his hand. Justin on the left looks like happy with what he's got. Peter is on a mulligan to 6, so he's taking a look. He's going to put 1 down on the bottom, and away we go. Game number 3. Here comes Justin with a factory and a pearl, and say go. No Black Vice start this time. There's a library on Peter's side. He went down to 6, but that library should be coming online here very soon. There is a Serendib on the side of Justin. Justin's going to try to race that library down. Peter is going to get the first card advantage out of that library there on the second turn. Going to play a Volcanic Island and a Soul Ring. Say go. Here comes a damage from the Serendib. Down to 19 goes Justin. Serendib also with a very cool original art, blue border. Very nice. There's an Ancestral. That will kind of help outrace the card advantage of the library. Let's see if he's going to light up that factory and come in for 5. Taking a look at his options. He's going to strip mine the library. Not a bad choice ever. Here comes 5 damage from the Serendib and the Mishra's Factory from Justin. So Peter's position not looking as good as it was before. That strip mine was a clutch rip there, maybe from the Ancestral. Peter taking a look at his options, trying to put some pressure on the board to counterattack, or at least to slow down the onslaught coming in. Serendibs will kind of bounce off each other here in the old school format, both 3/4 flyers, but they do 1 damage each upkeep. There's a Time Walk. So Time Walk just cycling through. He is at 14. And there is a Psy Blast, so he's going to take 2 more down to 12 for that. So Psy Blast is going to take out the Serendib, and he doesn't do it on the upkeep. He said, let's just go ahead and do that now. Make sure there's no shenanigans on that side. There is a Mox Emerald. Plenty of mana. There is a Volcanic Island, so Justin's got something hopefully up his sleeve here with all this mana, or maybe he'll just come across for a couple more damage. Down to 10 would go Peter. Justin's in the tank a little bit, taking a look at his options. He's going to tap 2, and there's a Regrowth. Targeting, looks like the Ancestral. Regrowth, or he's Pump Fake. Yes, Regrowth targeting Ancestral. He does commit to it now. Taps the island, and there is the Ancestral for Realskis. Drawing 3 more. See if he has another piece of power. He's played a land already. There's a Lotus, and a couple more for a huge Mind Twist. There we go. So Lotus and a couple more for a big Mind Twist. He's going to take those 4 cards. Yeah, Mind Twist for 4. There's a Chain. I see a looks like a Blast. There's a Serendib, maybe another Chain, another red card. Anyway, on Peter's side, he's got a Sapphire, and there's a Curdape, but without a forest, that Curdape is just a 1/1. So the Volcanic Island just allows the Curdape to be a 1/1. Justin taking a look to see if he wants to attack into a 1/1 ape before it gets pumped to 2/3 by owning a forest, if Peter rips a Tropical Island or a Taiga next time. There is a Control Magic on the 1/1 Curdape. So Control Magic on a 1/1 Curdape, he does take it away, so now it will only be pumped if Justin does decide to drop a forest. So that at least protects him. There is the Taiga drop on Peter's side, so the Curdape would have gotten a nice pump there, but right now it's just a 1/1 as it is. There is a Regrowth on the Serendib, and we will tap it, or tap the Soul Ring and play out the Serendib. Justin at 19, Peter at 12. Serendib staring down a Curdape. This one seems to be slowing down a little bit more than game 1 and 2, which were both just frantic damage explosions, players against each other. Tapping in, or attacking in with the Curdape, and blocking the Mishra's Factory is the Serendib. And in the second main phase, we have a Chain Lightning. So a 2-for-1 on the Serendib, but sometimes that's a deal you have to make. So what happened there, the Mishra's Factory attacked in, took 2 damage from the Serendib, and then we were able to follow up with a Chain Lightning. Peter tries another Serendib, but that gets mana drained. Justin's going to untap on his turn. He's going to have 3 mana from that mana drain, and he will just tap, looks like a blue mana there, and took a burn. So yes, I believe he took a burn from that extra mana. That's where you see that going down to 18, or from the, I guess that was from the Serendib untap. So maybe we missed a burn there, or I missed a tapping of mana. Anyway, we do have 3 more in the air and 1 more on the ground from that Curdape. Down to 6 is Peter here in the decisive game 3 of the first round. Justin's going to put down another Stormseeker. So another Stormseeker for, there's a Mana Drain. Mana Drain would stop the Stormseeker. And there is the Flash Counter for the Mana Drain. So Flash Counter, that is how we finish up there. So we have a Stormseeker, Flash Counter, Mana Drain, and Peter says, let's just go ahead and scoop them up here for game number 3. That's it. As both players go to clean up their sideboards, we're going to move on to round 2 here in YETICON. Justin takes it in round 1 of the feature table, 2-1 over Peter. Great match, gentlemen. We will see you when we go to round number 2.